Candidates Rhetoric Project. We will be analyzing the candidates' rhetoric, as well as their messages, their purposes, their methods, and their audiences.
First up is Hillary Clinton, the Democrat nominee. Since last May, Clinton has chosen to center her message around being stronger together. She continually puts emphasis on overcoming divisions and finding common ground, something she argues is essential to maintaining a safe and successful country. Oftentimes, she uses Trump's racial and sexist insults as a springboard for her campaign.
We here in America can develop new clean energy solutions. We can transform our economy. We can rally the world to cut carbon pollution. And above all, we can fulfill our moral obligation to protect our planet for our children and our grandchildren.
As seen in the video, Clinton uses anaphora and parallel sentence structure to emphasize the differences between her goals and those of Trump. She wants her audience to know that a safe, fair America that works for everyone is one of her top priorities. By repeating the words "we can," she creates a very hopeful tone, and then uses the word "or" to switch scenarios and illuminate Trump's tendency to incite fear and show a favoritism towards the wealthy.
Directly, Clinton tries to address and appeal to Americans across all political parties and backgrounds. Her policies, however, are more supportive of the middle class, going hand in hand with her statement that, when the middle class thrives, America thrives. Additionally, Clinton often brings attention to setting up a good future for our children and grandchildren, appealing to people who see their moral obligations extend beyond their own needs. Clinton's ultimate campaign purpose is to gain enough support to win the presidential election. More specifically, she tries to convince people that she cares about them and has a plan that will benefit the country. As seen earlier, Clinton also attempts to discredit Trump, making references to his controversially rude and entitled remarks, in the hopes of persuading voters to choose her over Trump.
The Republican candidate and our future president is Donald Trump. He believes that America's current focus should be on national improvement. He points out the many problems with our current state, primarily caused by President Barack Obama, a Democrat. He portrays himself as a hero who will come in and fix our nation's current problems.
We used to have victories, but we don't have them. When was the anybody saw us beating, let's say, China in a trade deal? They kill us. I beat China all the time. All the time. All the time. When did we beat Japan at anything? They send their cars over by the...
As heard in the video, our country is being beaten by other countries in terms of manufacturing and trade. Trump points out that China and Japan are manufacturing and selling more than America because he wants to emphasize how poorly our country is done under Democratic control. With his business background, he appeals to people who worry about the current economy. Trump emphasizes how bad the U.S. is becoming because of NAFTA, signed by Mr. Clinton and Obama's leadership. Trump claims that he knows the economy will bring back jobs taken by other countries. Trump's message is that our economy is in trouble and jobs must be brought back to the U.S.
In his tweets, Trump uses harsh diction such as "crooked Hillary" or "lying Ted" in order to denounce the other candidates and portray himself as a more powerful man who is a better presidential candidate. He is also very repetitive when he talks. Phrases such as "very, very much" are used to emphasize his opinions and beliefs. This strategy is used to make him come off as a more confident man who is a better fit to be president. In the first presidential debate, Trump expresses his dedication to make a change in the United States by emphasizing strong borders and constantly repeating the term. The repetition of this phrase makes the viewer feel more protected and safe, once again making him seen as a confident individual with a lot of power. Trump also uses hyperboles to discredit Clinton, claiming she's lied hundreds of times and concluding that she should not be allowed to run. He's essentially poisoning the well and is attacking the flaws of Hillary by exaggerating her mistakes. Trump also takes one of Hillary's rhetorical questions and literally answers it. By doing this, he defeats the rhetorical purpose of Hillary's question and puts her in a negative light.
Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Maybe it's because you arrogantly call Americans deplorable.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
Or maybe it's because the director of the FBI said you lied about your emails.
There is no classified material. Was that true?
No, there was classified material emailed.
Or maybe it's because your policies have allowed ISIS and terrorism to spread and made America less safe and less prosperous.
Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Do you really need to ask?
That ad exemplifies Trump's straightforward and disruptive personality, ruining the rhetorical question of Hillary. However, Hillary also had a similar ad of her own, literally answering Trump's question, "What do you have to lose?"
What do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. Look at my African American over here.
Trump management was charged with discriminating against African Americans and breaking federal law.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
What the hell do you have to lose?
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt, and when I say corrupt, I'm talking about totally corrupt, political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people.
In his speech, Trump used a harsh tone to attack Democrats and claimed to replace them with a country run by the American people. His purpose is to fix the nation and give the power back to the people. Trump claims that drugs and illegal immigrants will stop entering our country if we build a wall. He mentions his supporters as an appeal to credibility. His purpose is to stop drugs that are killing Americans and prevent illegal immigrants that are using our facilities as well as our tax money. Trump lists problems caused by Democrats in hopes that people will lose hope in Clinton and put their faith in Trump. His purpose is to fix the trade policies, stop illegal immigration, redo economic and foreign policies, and get jobs back to the U.S.
He has more respect for women than I do. And nobody respects women more than I do. I respect women more than I respect men. Are the men insulted by that, by the way? We won with women. I love the women. I cherish women. Nobody respects women more than I do.
Now, I have great respect for women.
My daughter Ivanka always says, "Daddy, nobody respects women more than you, Daddy." I respect women. I love women. I cherish women. I respect women incredibly.
Trump makes an attempt to appeal to women by arrogantly stating nobody has more respect for women than I do. He hoped women would buy into his confident tone. However, Trump only earned 42% of females' votes. Trump makes a failed attempt to appeal to African Americans by telling them that they live in horrible communities with bad schools and don't have jobs. His reasoning is that they have nothing to lose. However, this did not work out because Trump only ended up earning 8% of African Americans' votes. Acknowledging that most Americans are middle income, Trump mentions that he will reduce tax for these people so that they vote for him. He plans to rebuild the economy as well as reduce tax for many Americans.
In the end, to the surprise of many Americans, Trump managed to win the election. His style was unusual, stirring up controversy with his casual remarks, but his confident tone and stance earned him enough support to win the presidency. Thank you for watching.